Halloween edition of Mental Push Up Monday. Check me out in my Where's Waldo costume. So, anyways, the title of today's message is Get Out of Your Head and Act. So this is for all my overthinkers, my overanalyzers, my worriers. It's what we call paralysis by analysis. So when we're in that space where we just thinking so much, and it's just like I'm so deep in my feelings or deep in my thoughts that I'm not taking action. I'm so consumed with what I need to do, or I'm in indecision. I don't know what my next move is, and so that's the space we're just not moving. So this message, this is for you. And this is inspired because I struggle with this as well. So you are not alone. I just want to let you know that. So I had a couple thoughts around get out of your head and act. Number one. The first thing we have to do is once we have said I am overthinking, we got to check in with ourselves. What we have to become self-aware. What is it I'm thinking? What am I feeling? What's really going on for me? Why am I not moving? So here's a prime example. A couple weeks ago, I had been working on this business plan, and I just hit a standstill. I just stopped working on it. 3 weeks, I ain't do nothing at all. And so I had to really check in with myself. I was like, why am I so deep in my head? I'm having all these thoughts like, oh, you can't do it, da 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 da. All these things, and I wasn't moving. And so I had to ask myself, what was I really feeling? Oh, well, you know what? You're scared. You're afraid. You're saying to yourself that it has to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Failure is a part of success. But because I was telling myself that it had to be perfect, I just said, well, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. But that's unrealistic. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to ask ourselves, what story am I telling myself why I'm not moving? Because sometimes the stories that we create, they're not necessarily true, but we have to understand what that story is so that we can change it. Number two. Take ownership and step into your power. And so what I'm speaking of here is circumstances do not change unless we do. And we ultimately have to take an empowered stance. Our thoughts, that's exactly what they are. They are just thoughts. And, we have control over them. And that sometimes that one's difficult for me. Because I like to sit in the victim seat sometimes. My thoughts, I have this one thought, I'm triggered, and then boom, it's gone. Worst case scenario, feeling bad, all of that. Just all in my feelings, emotions, all of that. It's gone. It has left the building. But ultimately, we get to control that because we are empowered, step into your power, we get to decide what we want to think. So our thoughts can either run us or we can control our thoughts. Side note to stepping into your power. So this is a key component because ultimately, when we are trying to change our behaviors, it all starts with our thinking. Everything that we do starts with our thoughts. If we don't believe it's possible, it can't happen. So we really have to take a step and own our power and just step into that and know that we have the capacity to change. But it all starts with our thinking. Number 3, action changes the game. Just simply take a step. Make the next right move. Martin Luther King has a quote that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So when you're in your head, what's happening is we're being passive about it. And so I'm just having these thoughts. I'm on the train and I'm not doing anything about it. But action, ultimately, it cures fear. It cures overthinking. So by me doing something, I'm giving myself an opportunity to change whatever it is that I'm thinking because I'm doing something different. I'm taking action. I'm taking a small step. So here's a prime example. When I was the last couple weeks, when I was just like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going to stay stuck. I'm just overthinking. Action is the only thing that's going to change the game. That's the only thing. I can have all these thoughts in my head, but if I'm not taking action to get towards them, then they cannot manifest. The outcomes, the results, the things that we're wanting, the things that we're wanting to create, they cannot happen unless there are actions being made toward that or actions to change whatever I'm in indecision about. I got to take a step. I got to do something. But just simply take a step. Make the next right move. We don't have to know the whole picture. We just got to make the next right move. Let's wrap this thing up in a nice little bow. Number one, we have to check in with ourselves and see what's really going on up in here. That's becoming self-aware. And once we become self-aware, number two, we have to step into our power. We have the capacity to change our thoughts. We are the controller of our thoughts. And then lastly, by us changing our thinking, that equips us and that rewires us to behave differently. So just simply take a step, because ultimately our actions every day are what's going to change the game to us creating the type of lives that we want. So those are my words of wisdom, tidbits. Please subscribe, please share, because guess what, baby? It's all love. But it's the Dorky Jock signing off, baby. And happy Halloween. And I'm out.